Yeah, we finally made it. We made it to the end. Thank you, and thank you to everyone who stuck around for this final presentation. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So I know it's been a long webinar, so I'm going to keep this quick and painless, but hopefully you guys will be super excited about leveraging SMS for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy. So again, I'm Greg Bauman. I head up our partnerships here at Attentive. And a quick refresher on Attentive, the company, if you're not aware. So we are a best-in-class SMS marketing platform really focused on conversational commerce, built for retail and e-commerce brands. Essentially what we do for our customers is we're turning SMS into a top 3 revenue channel in 3 to 6 months. So we're driving about a fifth of total online revenue for our customers. So really excited to chat today a little bit more about some of the things that our clients are leveraging and how you can leverage some of these tips to improve your program. Before I dive into the tips, I do just want to set the stage. Hopefully a lot of you are already leveraging SMS. If you're not, my goal for this segment is to get you to want to leverage SMS as we get into this busy time of the year. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is consumer behavior is shifting. So 2-3 years ago, I think people were a little more concerned about opting into programs on their mobile device. The pandemic really changed the behavior of where consumers are looking to connect with their favorite brands. And today, almost everyone is interested in signing up for texts from businesses that they have a genuine interest in. So over half already do, and another 40% are open to the idea of doing that. Another thing to consider is that buyer intent with those that opt into SMS marketing is really high. So it's an incredibly effective channel to drive more conversions, especially with your mobile commerce strategy. So about 3/4 of all subscribers have made some type of purchase through text, and almost half of those have actually purchased something within the last month of receiving a text message. So one of the things that we really talk about when it pertaining to SMS is the urgency and the immediacy of the channel. People are looking, I think Greg Z mentioned it earlier in the webinar, people are looking at those text messages within 5 to 10 minutes after receiving a text message. So if you're looking to get something out to them quickly and with some urgency, there really isn't a better channel than SMS to be able to do that. We also feel that SMS is and your mobile device specifically, is the perfect device for personalization. It's really the best channel to deliver those one-to-one interactions that are going to drive that true emotional loyalty that a lot of brands are looking for. We typically only have one phone number, and then we also keep our phone number for the duration of our lives. So I know I haven't changed my phone number in over 15 years. So when someone opts into your program, you know that you are actually going to be communicating with that person. We don't have fake phone numbers to use to opt into programs. And it really helps drive more of a positive experience when consumers are looking to shop with these brands that they're interested in. Majority of consumers love receiving texts when it comes to discovering new deals and new products, having a curated shopper experience, being able to offer limited time releases, launches, even like back in stock messages. So it's really a great way to deliver a more personalized experience for each individual subscriber that you have. But because we only have one phone number, there is going to be a sense of fatigue when you're opting into too many programs. So it's really a race to win that SMS inbox. We're only going to be able to opt into so many programs just because we don't want a bunch of text messages every day from different brands with different offers. So over half of all consumers are opted into around 5 to 10, maybe 15 brands. So that's really where, if you're not leveraging SMS right now, it is incredibly important, especially during a busy time where you're going to be driving a lot of traffic, to get them to opt into your program so that you can continue to engage with them even after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period, and before your competitors might get those same consumers to opt into their program. Looking back at last year, as we start to segue more into the Black Friday, Cyber Monday season, 43% of online revenue came from smartphones last November and December, so almost half. The other thing to keep in mind is almost 90% of all consumers said they were going to take some type of hybrid approach. So that's going to be, they're going to do some shopping on desktop and some shopping on mobile. So really expect your consumers or your customers, your subscribers to be leveraging their mobile device when they're looking to purchase products for themselves or for their family and friends. And Attentive last year, we drove $830 million in revenue for our customers during the Cyber Week last year. And that was double from 2020 and even double from that in 2019. So we don't expect that to change. We expect more people to be leveraging SMS and their mobile device to be purchasing orders during this period. So again, the trends say that, you know, it's really important to be leveraging this as part of your overall Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy. Now with that, hopefully you understand why SMS needs to be a part of your program. So I'm just going to quickly highlight 5 different strategies that you can think about when you're trying to spruce up your holiday marketing during this crazy time period. And the first thing is subscriber acquisition. So the hardest thing to do, if you haven't done a program, the hardest thing to do is to grow that subscriber base. Because we only have one phone number and we might have 5 or 6 emails that we're willing to, you know, use for these different types of promotions, it is going to be harder to get them to opt into your program. On the flip side, you're going to be driving the most traffic during this time period, and there's going to be the highest buyer intent during this time period. So this is the perfect opportunity to try and get these customers or these consumers to opt into your program. So really look to customize those sign-up units and really figure out what's going to entice them to want to opt into your program. As you can see here, it could be potentially an early access to Black Friday offers. We've seen some really cool ideas around, we had a client do a 12 days of Christmas promotion where if you opted into their SMS program, they would send you 12 days of different offers. So one each day for 12 days. My favorite example is we had a client, this isn't necessarily a Black Friday example, but I think it's just an example of how you can get creative besides just offering a specific discount. We had a client do a scavenger hunt. So one of the things we're going to talk about here in a second is the fact that SMS is a conversational channel. So they leveraged a scavenger hunt to get people to opt into their program. And then they were able to ask questions, give clues, and then the subscribers could respond with the answers. Once they got that answer correct, they'd go on to the next clue until they got to the end, and then they received the discount. So you've got them to really interact with the program before they get to convert and purchase a product. But just really think about different ways you can differentiate your strategy around getting them to subscribe so that they're going to want to continue to subscribe to your program even after the crazy period. Also, leverage gifting content. So one thing not to forget is, you know, they might be purchasing products for themselves, but they're also, you know, purchasing gifts for their friends, their loved ones. And so really look at providing content that shares different types of gifting ideas or curated content around specific gifts that they might be wanting to give their loved ones. And then you can leverage first-party data in terms of like products that they've browsed on or products that they maybe abandoned their cart with to really personalize the messaging and make sure that like it's something that they're able to give to their loved ones. Maybe that's when you offer that special discount to get them to convert, but really make sure that you're marketing to your subscribers that it's not just about products that they're buying, but it's products that they're buying for their loved ones. The next strategy is being able to deliver personalized recommendations with two-way conversations. So this is really where the SMS channel gets incredibly exciting. It's one of those few channels where you can actually have a direct conversation or a two-way conversation with your subscribers. So, you know, as I mentioned, the buyer intent is really high. So making sure that you're guiding them along their path to purchase specific products, making sure that you're giving them a good experience to get them to the point of actually converting and purchasing the products that they're actually interested in. So use this as an opportunity to generate some of that zero-party data that we always talk about. Once they opt into their program, ask them what they're interested in, let them respond to that, and then you can send them more personalized text messages based on the products, the brands, the categories of products that they might be interested in. So this is a great opportunity for you to build that one-to-one connection with your subscribers And we do see a 31% lift in revenue from a subscriber if there is that two-way conversation versus just having that one-way conversation. And one thing to amplify this even more, and something that I did want to share, is Attentive did just roll out their own concierge, we call Attentive Concierge. So instead of having more automated AI-based two-way responses, human-powered responses. So do you have actual humans responding back to questions that subscribers might have on orders that they bought, or even products that they're interested in buying in and they just have a general question. So feel free to text Discover to 21718 so you can just get a taste of what that might look like and how it can really build a better experience for those customers and build on some of that loyalty that has been talked about a lot during this webinar. Excuse me. The fourth tip is updating your triggered messages throughout the holiday season. So making sure that the triggered messages that you're sending are relevant based on the type of promotion that they might have opted in for, the time period. So if you're past Black Friday and someone opts into your program, make sure that you're now promoting whatever the Cyber Monday promotion is. So really make sure that you're engaging those new subscribers with a welcome message that reminds them about the best sale that you have for that year. And then also including your browse abandonment and cart abandonment campaigns, which are going to be some of your highest revenue driving campaigns, making sure that you're reminding them about the urgency of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Maybe there's a product that's low inventory, or making sure that they convert before you sell out because there's a lot of people interested in buying your product. So really take advantage of the urgency of the holiday period to get them to convert, especially when there has been that type of buyer intent, like a cart abandonment message. And then last, but certainly not least, we talked about growing your list, but also make sure you don't forget about them after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period. So this is, again, a great opportunity for you to grow your list during your peak season. But you want to make sure that you're nurturing and engaging these subscribers and customers after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period is over. So make sure that if you're offering any type of VIP program, or there's different types of promotional opportunities after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or even into January, that you're continuing to engage with them, because of the fact that you do know that they're going to see these text messages, especially in an immediate amount of time within that 5 to 10 minute period. So just a quick, cool example of this, one of our customers, Dolce Vita, they did a season of surprises campaign in the beginning of December with daily offers, kind of similar to that 12 days of Christmas offer that I talked about earlier. They actually decided to do this again because it was a really successful campaign right around the Christmas period, which is typically a slower time of year. And they would do this with any new subscribers that opted in after the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period. And the revenue was actually better than the pre-Christmas promotion that they did in early December, driving 39% more revenue and 57% more conversions. So again, making sure that you're not just stopping at the crazy Black Friday, Cyber Monday holiday period, but engaging them during times where maybe it's a slower sales period and getting them to come back and be a repeat purchaser, or reminding them to come back with any types of special promotions that you might have after the holidays. So with that, I want to leave you guys with a cool little 90s version of some holiday marketing resources that we have. So if there's any 90s kids out there that miss the sounds of AOL sign-ins and fax machine noises, maybe even some fax machine marketing tactics, who knows? Check out attentive.com/holiday if you want to learn more about some of these different holiday strategies. And with that, Fiona, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Greg. We are a huge fan of your 90s hub, to be honest. And MSN Messenger, that was the noise that I missed, I think.
Yes.
We are out of time, but we are going to come to you for one quick question. What would you say is the biggest misconception people make when they're thinking about SMS?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple things. I touched on it a little bit with that last tip, but the first one is that your job stops at the purchase. So it's not just about getting them to opt into the program and getting them to be a one-time buyer. It's also getting them to come back and become a repeat purchase, or increasing that lifetime value. Subscribers that opt into your SMS program are more likely to become your most loyal customers. So really making sure that you're engaging them in a way with relevant content after they become a customer is going to be incredibly important. And then the one last thing I'll just highlight too is, treating email and SMS the same. Email and SMS are two incredibly important channels. They're both top 3 revenue channels for a lot of merchants out there, and they do have similar use cases. But as you can tell with SMS, especially being two-way, you can't really, they operate a little bit differently. And so you want to make sure that you're treating those channels separately as well, so you're getting the most out of those channels. So I think those are 2 things that I'd really call out about misconceptions with SMS.
Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, I can really see how people would maybe consider those 2 the same, but you're right, entirely different. Support each other, help each other, but yeah, need to be approached differently.
And orchestrating the 2 can be even more powerful, right? So that's really important as well.
Amazing. Greg, thank you so much. Our Attentive prize winner for today is Amy Kelly, who will be getting a $50 Amazon gift card. So thank you, Greg, for your patience and for a great presentation.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, I'm afraid we have to call it time there. We're at 1/2 the hour. I know you'll be keen to go and start putting these tactics into practice. I'm sure you'll all join me in a huge thank you to our speakers. The presentations were fantastic. I've learned a lot, and we can't thank you enough for your time and for your expertise. Thank you also to everybody who dialed in today. We've had great questions. We've had a fantastic audience. And our final prize winner from ours truly at Loyalty Line, with another scented candle from one of our favorite clients, Neom Organics, is, drumroll please, Joe Hamlin. So congratulations to Joe. We'll be in touch with all our prize winners via email. And as I said at the start, I'm sure all of our speakers will be very happy to hear from you on LinkedIn if you have more questions. We'll also be sending out the recording, so don't worry if you missed anything along the way. That's all that's left. Unfortunately, all that's left for me to say is good luck with your BFCM preparations. Please do keep in touch. We'd love to know what you're planning. We'd love to hear how it's going, and we'd love to hear how we can help. Thank you again, and hope to see or speak to you online soon.